What's up, traders? Welcome to today's Equity Empire Chart Analysis session. When most investors are throwing darts, we're looking for clues in the charts. My name is John McHugh. I'm a former Wall Street analyst, hedge fund manager, and independent trader for the better part of 20 years. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the chart of gaming platform Draftkings. And when we take a look at the chart, we're going to simply be looking for two things. One, what is the direction of the trend? And two, are there clues as to where the big money is stacked up, patiently waiting to buy or to sell? So the first step is let's assess the trend. The way we're going to do that is we're simply going to look for the two most recent highs and the two most recent lows. So when we go from high to low, low to high, high to low, we'll notice that as they're moving from left to right, the highs are moving higher, and as they move from left to right, the lows are also moving higher. So just on Wednesday, DraftKings, symbol DKNG, entered into a new uptrend. And when we're in a new uptrend, we'll simply be looking for support levels for either a quick bounce trade or a lower entry price for a long-term position. So we're going to change the time frame to 1 hour and go look for a couple support levels. Now there are two support levels right here that I'm going to combine together into one, and that's right here in the 38.25 to 37.43 price range. And there's a support level below that right here in the 36.52. We're going to go all the way down to here to 35.45 price range. So a little less than a point range of the first support level and a little more than a point range in the second support level. Now let's go see if there is a clue of technical resistance in the chart. And we do notice that there is a resistance level right up here, pretty obvious one, right up here in the 40.37 to 40.95 price range. And if we can break through that level, the next resistance level would be right here, somewhere in the 42.60 to 43.45 price range. Okay. Now, the way you might consider constructing a trade, first of all, the trend is your friend. So let's set up a trade that has that's ideally positioned to benefit for a pullback during that uptrend and a continuation of the uptrend. Okay, a little bit of George Soros there. Identify a trend and ride that trend until it's proven false. Okay, so what we're going to do is, if you want to go for the aggressive entry in the upper support level, that would be, the game plan would be to place a buy limit order at 38.25, protective stop just below that level, and a target just in front of the first resistance level. And that trade setup has about a 2.2 to 1 reward to risk ratio, which is good if your win rate is above 50%. Ideally, many traders are looking for a higher reward to risk ratio. And if you're looking for a higher reward to risk ratio, you might consider the second setup, which would be the lower support level, placing a buy limit order at 36.52, protective stop just below 35.45, drag the target in the same location as the original target, and that trade setup there has a reward to risk ratio of 3.22 to 1 reward to risk. So in other words, in this scenario, you'd be taking on 100 for every $100 worth of risk you would take. There would be a reward potential of $322. So it's quite possible that we could find resistance at this level and continue heading higher. So you don't have to set your target at the first resistance level. That's a pretty conservative target. You might take off half and see if the second half of your position can move to the second resistance level. But we're, for the sake of this exercise, going to simply have one price target and two trade setup scenarios. So if you were to opt for the aggressive entry at the upper support level, ideally the trade would play out something like this. You get pulled back to 36.25 or in that green shaded area and bounce off that level and head to the resistance level. If you wanted the lower support level, take the chance that that it pulls all the way back, little more meaningful pullback to the 36.52 price range, bounce off that level before going and retesting that resistance level. So we have two trade setups here for you in today's session. So let's wrap up the session, folks. Hope you enjoyed the session. I'll be back each day this week for more technical analysis. In the meantime, wishing you the best of luck in your trading and investing, and we'll see you soon.